Hey guys, Coach Santiago. Hope you're having a great day today. Just wanted to spend a quick minute here talking about something that I feel most parents of athletes today are having a hard time understanding and really putting a value on, an unquantifiable value that it brings in this particular skill set, and that's in the art of communication. I always tell players you need three things to be successful. You need to figure out what your goals are and make sure that they're very, very specific. You need to understand how to communicate, and you need to find a mentor. If you've got those three things, you've got a tremendous opportunity to be successful. And that second part is always, that's where the heads kind of turn to the side and say, communicate? Well, what do you mean communicate? Well, first of all, in the world we're in today, a lot of these high school athletes don't know how to communicate. They live in a world of texting, a world of emailing, Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. There's not a whole lot of face-to-face, sit-down, heartbeat-to-heartbeat conversations where I have to communicate myself in a way that makes you feel good about what I'm saying, or at least brings my idea into the conversation. And that's where you see a lot of coaches, in today's world getting text, hey, I'm going to quit, or hey, I want to play this position. And the coach is looking at the text and he gets offended or she gets offended. And so you've got two different eras here that are kind of bashing together, right? You've got the generation that doesn't really have the interpersonal skills because they haven't had to develop those skills, and it's acceptable. The problem with that is that the coaches in this era are from the old era where you did talk about things and you did work things out. And texting was just to update somebody on something real quick. It wasn't to talk about your emotions or your feelings or any final decisions. So the first reason I think it's such an important thing is you have to remember that the people who are making the powerful decisions in your athletic career are from the era that face-to-face, heartbeat-to-heartbeat, phone-to-phone conversations actually happened. A lot of times I see high school athletes all the time, and they're spending thousands of dollars even for some of these phones, and they use them as two-way pagers. They hardly ever pick up the phone. And so it's a situation where having that skill can really dramatically give you an opportunity to shoot to the top of a coach's mind and really get an opportunity to be in your favor. The second thing is probably one of the most important things that you get by developing this skill of communication is, I remember somebody telling me, everything you want in this world, DJ, other people have it. And so when I think about that, when you think about that as a parent of an athlete, or maybe you're an athlete watching this, you want a scholarship, you want playing time, you want to be liked by your friends, you want to be liked by your teammates, you want to be respected by publications, you want to be respected by your teachers, you want to have good relationships, you want to have opportunities. Well, if you don't know how to communicate, then you don't know how to ask for those things. You don't know how to work towards those things. You don't know how to communicate in a way where you draw people to you and say, hey, man, here, I want to give this to you because, I heard your story, or you communicated it in a very respectful way. So communication gets you those opportunities, okay? Which leads into my last point. We want to be in a situation as athletes that we remove all assumption about us. You don't want to be that, kind of weird looking or maybe weird acting quiet guy in the corner. And you take it from a guy that was the quiet guy, okay? It wasn't until I was 14 or 15 that my position forced me to become a communicator. And it's been the best blessing in my life because it's helped me long after my career was long over, is learning how to communicate. So you remove that assumption. And like my dad used to always say, nobody ever assumes anything positive. Think about it. The last time you made an assumption about somebody, was it positive? Probably not. It's usually negative. So let's remove that by communicating and just doing it on a consistent basis and mastering the skill. You're going to have to practice and practice and practice, but it is a skill that you can master. It will serve you tremendously well in the athletic world. More importantly, it'll dramatically improve your life after you're done playing whatever sport that you want to play. I hope this information helps, guys. As always, remember, coaching is an action and not a position.